Welcome to the General Chemistry 1 class. This section is organic compounds, focusing on general characteristics of organic compounds. In this lesson, we will list general characteristics of organic compounds. Melting point and boiling points. Like other covalent compounds, organic compounds have low melting points and boiling points due to weak intermolecular force of attraction among them. In the presence of atom groups with polar bonds, these attractive forces are enhanced, increasing the melting point or melting point. In other words, polar organic compounds are expected to have higher melting points and boiling points than non-polar organic compounds of similar molecular mass or molar mass. Due to their long boiling points, some organic compounds are volatile. Volatile compounds refers to liquid ones which readily evaporates even at ambient temperature. Rubbing alcohol, which contains either ethyl alcohol or isopropyl alcohol, is an example of volatile liquids. Since it is volatile, its volume easily decreases when exposed to air or when its container is left uncapped. Combustibility is stability of a material to burn in the presence of oxygen and heat and break down into small molecules such as carbon dioxide and water. Flammability, on the other hand, is the ease of combustible material to catch fire. In the case of hydrocarbons and organic compounds with oxygen, carbon dioxide and water are produced if combustion takes place with excess oxygen. If oxygen is lacking, carbon monoxide, a poisonous gas, and carbon in the form of black solid called soot may be produced. Other combustion products are expected depending on other atoms present. Presence of nitrogen and sulfur result in the formation of nitrogen oxide and sulfur oxide, respectively, upon combustion. A number of organic compounds are flammable, especially the volatile ones. Examples of flammable substances are gasoline, kerosene, and lighter fluid. They are made up of hydrocarbons. Presence of heteroatoms. The properties of organic compound can also be dictated by the presence of atoms other than carbon and hydrogen, called heteroatoms in the context of organic chemistry. The details will be discussed in other lesson. Solubility in water, organic compounds are usually nonpolar or weakly polar. As a result, many of them do not mix with polar, which is a polar liquid. Instead, they form solutions with other nonpolar compounds. For instance, adding kerosene to water results in the formation of two liquid layers. Kerosene is on the top of the water since kerosene has low density than water does. On the other hand, polar organic compounds dissolve in water and polar solvent. For instance, acetic acid mixed with water and together, they make up vinegar. The solubility of organic compound in water decreases with increasing number of carbon atoms. A rule of thumb for assessing the solubility of organic compounds in water is given on the table. The rule holds true of polar compounds and those containing heteroatoms. Organic compounds with 1 to 3 carbons are water soluble. Those with 4 to 5 carbons are slightly soluble to insoluble. Those with 6 or more carbons are water insoluble. An organic compound has two parts based on its interaction with water. The polar group, which interacts with water, is called the hydrophilic, water-loving group. The nonpolar portion, which has poor interaction with water, is the hydrophobic, water-fearing group. Smell or odor. The characteristic smell of organic compound is dictated by the atoms or group of atoms present in the molecule. Many nitrogen-containing organic compounds are foul-smelling, with some of which have fishy smell. For example, the smell coming from decaying matter is due to the presence of cadaverine and putrescine. The presence of sulfur in organic compounds gives them the characteristic smell of rotten egg. Liquefied petroleum gas (LPG) is made up of hydrocarbons that are odorless. Ethanol, due to its smells, is added to signal leaks coming from the LPG tank and those hose connected to it. Some organic compounds are useful as food additive due to flavor it gives. For instance, some compounds are used to give fruit essence to food products. These substances usually belong to a group of oxygen-containing organic compound called ester. The following compounds are all ester that are used as artificial fruit flavoring. For example, ethyl butyrate gives pineapple flavor. Methyl butyrate gives apple flavor. Isomyl acetate gives banana flavor, and methyl acrylate give grape flavor. Many things around us have colors due to presence of some organic compounds, either naturally occurring or artificially prepared. Carminic acid is a compound found in cochineal, an insect. The compound extracted from this insect gives a red pigment that can be used as food dye products. Beta carotene is a compound responsible for the orange pigment of parrots. Indigo, which is used to dye jeans with a blue color, can be extracted from the indigo plant. Alternatively, it can be also prepared from smaller organic compounds. To summarize, organic compounds possess properties characteristics that are dictated by atoms present and the intermolecular attractive force existing.